Okay. I think we are live. According to the clock ticking, we are live. No one's here. Wait! People are here. Hi! Okay. I'm gonna. Oh no! According to my email, I'm not live. Um, Hi. And. Okay. I'm gonna try to figure this out. It's only my third time, so bear with me. How do I find that here? But at the same time, I'm close enough. Wait. Hold on. Direct chat. Hello. It said 5, now it says 0. Is anyone here? It doesn't look like it. Maybe I don't need that today. Okay. Just gonna put you over there. Hi. Can you? But if you see the puzzle. Okay. Not ideal, but okay. If I'm like really crouched down, you can see me in like a little bit of the puzzle. That's weird. Okay. I guess I'm saying sorry, you won't be able to see much of the puzzle today. Oops. Brought something to drink. Okay. People were here, people left. Now no one's here. I think. Yeah. I'm always a little like uncertain in the beginning here. I mean, I saw a number and now it's gone. Will this be the beginning of every live? I don't know. Probably not. Hopefully not. The goal will be to have people come chat. That would be fun for me. Hopefully for you. Starting a new puzzle today. I finished House of Four Seasons and then I packed it away so you didn't see it. But there is a video on this channel where I have done the whole thing. So yeah, today's puzzle is this one. It's called Tropical Conservatory, 1000-piece puzzle from Falcon Deluxe. It has on the back something that I really enjoy because it has like, look at other puzzles they have. I like a lot of them. I don't have any of them, but I like a lot of the other puzzles on the back. I mean, look, they're so pretty. So yeah, like numbers keep flickering in and out. Hello, come here, people, and stay and have a chat. Or maybe not. I mean, it's a gorgeous weather outside. It's a clear blue sky. I'm seeing where I look very washed out because it's so bright outside. I just realized how like one on the side. Tropical Conservatory, Debbie Cook, 1000 pieces. Yay! I like it. I've done it either once or twice. I mean, I know I've done it once, but I don't remember if I've done it another time or a second time around. But I'm doing it now. Or I should say I'm starting it now. I just dumped the pieces out last night on the table, dumped all of them out because I was like, I'm gonna spread it all out and do all the things. And now I'm like, maybe not. But also, it's so many colors. So many colors. So it's hard to kind of sort anything because there are so many colors. And all of the colors blend together. I was like, is something wrong? Can anyone hear me? Hold on. I just have to check. Uh, hold on. If I do that, can we do this? Interesting. According to my phone now, it says 4 people are watching. According to my computer, which I'm the ones like using that camera, it says 1. Well, it did say 0. Now it says 1. So, like, is it 4 or is it 1? I don't know. And no one has said hello, so I don't know. Okay. I don't know, but someone might watch, someone might not. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. How do I mute? There. Okay. Now I can see 1, but that's probably me. So what happened to the other ones? What is going on? I don't know. I don't know. This is like I'm very confused. It's fine. It's fine. We can we'll figure it out, okay? We'll figure it out. It's not on here anyway. So, yeah. Okay. So, and now it says 2. But I'm very confused. This was apparently easier last time. And I'm like, should I try to move you so you can see more of the puzzle? I kind of want to. But that I could just move me a little. Because I can't use hold on. I'm apparently struggling today, okay? Bear with me. I'm still somewhat new at this. Okay. And then if we move you there, and then move me here. Oh, like I didn't look washed out before. Hello, white wall. Look even more. Look even worse. But like, at least you can see a little bit of the puzzle, or at least the pieces. I don't feel like it's a puzzle until you at least put some pieces together. And yeah, I'm currently trying to decide whether I should be not just flipping the pieces, but also like deciding to start with the edge. That probably would be a good idea. So yeah, let's start sorting out some edge pieces. Just grab whatever I can. And I'm sorry that you can't see much of it. It's, yeah, I haven't quite figured out like how I want things to be yet. Okay, so if you have any wishes, let me know. Maybe you can figure it out together. That would be helpful. So please, if you have opinions, let me know. I don't know what's up with my head today, but I've been like out of sorts for a few days. It's a house thing because bit more than a week ago now, I had this thing happen and I'm just like, oh my god, what do I do? How did this happen? What am I supposed to do? Who can fix this? Is it even wrong or is it just like a glitch of some kind? It was, yeah. It felt like a mess for a bit there. So I'm still cold and reeling from that. Because oh, right. Words in English, not always easy. I had, or not that I have a bathroom. Most houses have bathrooms. I get that one. But I have, not all houses here have it, but some houses do. And my current house does have kind of like heat cables in the bathroom floor. I love it. I love it so much, to the point where I kind of like didn't even consider the fact that I had them anymore because they were just there and great and I loved them until about a week ago. Because it has like a digital thermometer thing, and it like had like a little display that said a number, usually between 20 and 22, because it goes a little up and down. And that's usually not a problem. It always goes a little up and down. It's fine. Until the other day, but I went into the bathroom in the morning. Actually, I didn't technically go in right away because on my way into the bathroom, I was like, something is off. And then I looked at the tiny little display and it said 18. It's not supposed to say at 18. It's not supposed to go below 20 because I think I had it set to like 21 or 22 Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I don't understand the Fahrenheit thing. It's Celsius. So I was like, why does it just say 18? It's supposed to be a minimum of 20 in my bathroom floor. Okay, that's weird. But yeah. And then so I go into the bathroom and think, it's slightly colder than it usually is, which, I mean, it's a given since it's at 18, not like 21. Weird, but okay. It was very cold that night, so maybe it's just a bad glitch. Could be, could be. And so I was a little worried, but I didn't think much more of it. Because, it was morning, I was getting up, and I wanted to drink my tea and have my breakfast and all that. And then, later in the day, I obviously use the bathroom several times a day. Most people do. But then when I went in there, I was like, it's even colder now in the bathroom. Bathroom is not supposed to be cold, especially not when it was that cold outside. And then I was like, I don't like this. Oh, hi, Anne Maria. Nice to see you. I've started the story about a house problem. So yeah, one morning when I got home, not got home, I was home. One morning when I got into the bathroom, the little display that told me the number of the heat in the floor, because I have a heated floor in the bathroom, didn't say as big of a number as it usually does. It was concerning. Also, the room felt generally colder, and that occasionally happens when it's really cold outside. If it's really cold outside, it kind of seeps in. But it was colder than usual. And throughout the day, the number kept going down. And I was like, this is not good. So that night, I put a heater on right outside the bathroom. And I thought, it'll be fine, right? It's just a glitch. Because I tried to take it up and down, help it out a little, because sometimes it can get stuck, So I did that, and the next morning, it wasn't that bad. It was not great, but it wasn't that bad. But then it kept going down, and I was thinking, yeah, I don't think this is good. So what do I, as a woman, do when there is something that I don't understand? I call my dad. I always call my dad. Sometimes my mom, But with practical stuff like that, I do tend to call my dad. So I did. And he said, well, I agree. It doesn't sound good, but you could try turn it up and down. You can turn it off. You can even take the breaker off and down, off and on, in hopes that it will help. So I did all those things. And sometimes it takes a little while before it kicks in. Okay, I can wait. But it got pretty cold that day. So to not risk anything, because water, plumbing, we don't want to have anything bad happen. So I put the heater inside the bathroom, in the bathroom that evening, and let it be on for a bit. And before I went to bed, I took the heater outside the bathroom and put it out in the hallway again. And lo and behold, the next morning, it was 22 in the bathroom. Great! Magic! It's worked out! Or so I thought. Because what I forgot is that heat rises and cold goes down. So the heater I'd put in the bathroom the evening before had made the whole room a lot warmer, and that heat goes up. So during the night, that heat had become less warm, so it was slowly sinking down to the floor, which is why the floor got warmer. Not because the heat cables had kicked on. No. Because the heat was in the room that had slowly gotten down. But I mean, I saw higher numbers. I was like, oh, it's fine now. Yeah. I'm barely very easy to fool sometimes. And but then I started to get concerned again, because throughout the day, the number was slowly and steadily going down. And I was thinking to myself, I don't think this is good. I think something's actually bad. I think something has gone wrong. So, but I kept thinking, like, maybe it takes a little while before it like really kicks in and properly heats it up again. Because another thing I had done, and I don't know whether that actually had an effect or not, but like some days prior, I had taken some soil in from my barn. The thing is, that soil was frozen solid. It was like a massive chunk of solidly frozen soil. And I don't know if you know that, but if you take it, quite a big chunk of frozen soil, it kind of like spreads the cold around, because, that's a huge, basically it was a huge block of ice, but except it was in soil. So that was unfortunate. But I mean, I wanted to start putting seeds in soil and germinating seeds. So far, I've put a few seeds in, but no germinating yet. So I was like, well, the hallway where I put that soil and the bathroom technically do share a floor because it's right next to each other. Maybe that plays a part. I don't know. Maybe kind of like, if the cold goes down into the floor like that, and maybe it spreads, it takes a while before it heats up again. Maybe. I was kind of hoping that was it. So I kept hoping for a couple of days while the temperature went down and down and down. So we ended up at 13 degrees Celsius. That is not warm. That is at the point that when you walk into the bathroom in the morning and the floor says only 13 degrees Celsius, you get chilly toes. Oh my God, my toes were so cold. I didn't even want to like be in the bathroom or stand on the floor because my toes got so cold. So And I hate making phone calls. So I was kind of like, maybe it's just a glitch or a bad fluke and it'll work itself out so I don't have to call an electrician to have them come fix it. How does it even do? And I was getting panicky because, like, oh no, what if the floor is broken? As in, the heating on the floor is broken. So I have to like rip out the whole floor and rip out the whole bathroom to make it work again. Yeah. My brain could go like catastrophe, from 0 to 100 in a second. So that was unfortunate. But eventually, I realized that there is no other way around it. I have to call an electrician. Also, because we were coming up. Um, I mean, it's amazing weather today, but we were coming up at that point on some very cold days, down to close to 20 minus 20 Celsius, which is cold. It's very cold. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna have to call an electrician. Don't like it, but sometimes you gotta do things you don't want and don't like because it's the only option. And I was like, I was pushing that off for like almost a week calling the electrician because I hate talking on the phone so much. And that phone call that I kept pushing up for, yeah, I know, it's really cold, minus 20 Celsius, it's really cold. So, but I kept pushing off that phone call for almost a week, and the floor got so cold, and I feel so sorry for my toes now. Do I wish I had called earlier? Yes, obviously. I didn't. But you can't always be smart. Hindsight is 2020. So I ended up calling an electrician, and that phone call to telling the problem and having say that he'll come in a couple of days, it took a whopping minute and a half. Yeah, I've been dreading this phone call then for almost a week. And the phone call took me a minute and a half. So that was like, yeah, probably should have made that phone call earlier. That would have been good. Did I do that? No. But yeah, I mean, I did eventually make the phone call. He promised to show up and fix it. Because apparently, when you try like turning the heat up and down and it doesn't work, and you try to turn like the heat cables off, wait a little bit, and then on again. And then you also try like switching the breakers off, wait, and then switch them on again, and that doesn't work either. I didn't have any other way to do it. So eventually the electrician came, and yeah, he used 10 minutes unscrewing something, like pulling out, like because you have like that little display on the wall, and then in there that kind of goes down to the floor and to like connect with the thingy that measure the temperature. It's like a long wire basically. So he pulled that out, had brought a new one, shoved that one in, connected it, put it back together. Took him 10 minutes, and he was done. So now I have a new one, and my feet are no longer freezing when I use the bathroom because it works. It was great. It's just like, oh my God. It took me about a week to make that minute and a half phone call, and then the electrician came the next day, and it took him 10 minutes to fix the whole thing. And I was like, I've been living like this, freezing my toes off for a week and a half. Yeah, next time I'm gonna try to make the phone call a little bit earlier so I don't have to like torture my toes. Yeah. I can't even imagine that. Yeah, cold is me and cold. We don't really do well. Oh, the cold do just fine. I, however, in the cold, not so much. Uh, that's brilliant. Glad you got it sorted. Yeah, and I was like, apparently, it was such an easy fix. Yep, that's great. Oh, what puzzle am I doing? I've started a new one. I finished my previous House of Four Seasons because I was so stressed and I didn't want to make a video when I was waiting for the electrician because, when an electrician says, "Oh, come by tomorrow or the next day." Yeah, when? I haven't tomorrow or the next day. Maybe. We'll see. Ah, can't make a video. I have no idea when the electrician was coming. So he did come, and it was fine and all. But that meant that I finished the puzzle, and I'm currently starting a new one. Is this one? Uh, Hold on. Trying to put it in the right frame is not always easy. Tropical Conservatory. It's by Debbie Cook. 1,000 pieces. Falcon Deluxe. It's a really pretty picture. And it has something on the back that I kind of love. It has other suggestions as that way from their own puzzles. And if I were to pick, okay, I would have picked so many, but I think the one, let's see, Christmas Puppies. That one is super cute. It's 500. And then we have Woodland Wildlife. That one. And Country Conservatory. That one. Oh, hold on. It's so not easy to show this. But I love it when puzzles do this. They have like suggestions on the back. Like, these are some of our other puzzles. Maybe you would like them. And the answer is yes, I would love them. And this is actually I bought it last year, I think. And so I know I done it once, but I don't think I've done it. I might have done it twice. Maybe. But it was really cheap. And so I was surprised by the quality actually, because it was so cheap. The colors are like you can see like the blend together a bit, which makes it not the easiest puzzle, but not all puzzles are the easiest ones. Falcon are a good brand. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it before, I think. And when I bought it, and I was like, oh, it was super cheap. I don't remember. I think it was like only 70 Norwegian kroners, which is like usually for a 1,000-piece puzzle is like a couple of hundred Norwegian kroners. So I was thinking to myself when I bought it, like, yeah, this quality isn't gonna be like probably like super thin pieces and not good quality, but they're like, okay, how do we do this here? There, see, they're regular thickness. There we go. They have regular thickness and they're quite sturdy. They're like, and they lock together. I mean, the puzzle I just did, the House of Four Seasons, not all of those locked together all that well. So I will admit, when I bought this puzzle, I was very skeptical, but it was really cheap and I really wanted a puzzle. And I didn't have like the most money to spend on a puzzle. Meaning if it hadn't been this cheap, I wouldn't have bought it. But now I'm like, this is good quality. I like this. So that was a very good price. Yeah, I have never seen a new puzzle to such a low price. It was, yeah. I think it's been a while since I bought a lot of puzzles now because money. But I have like this is the cheapest puzzle I bought technically not because I bought some on a flea market, but they're used at a flea market and all. But this is the absolute cheapest puzzle I bought new. It was, yeah, I'm very pleased with. I was pleased with the price and the quality is, yeah, I was very impressed by the quality, especially to that price. I mean, honestly, I have bought more expensive puzzles that has worse quality. So I'm going with like, you know what? This is good. I might buy this brand of puzzles again because, when you find a brand that is good, you stick to it. Um and also for that price, are you kidding me? Man, like how could I not buy more? And I haven't because I repeat money, but I I'm very grateful to myself that I kind of took the chance and bought this puzzle, even though I didn't know anything about it and I did not know what kind of quality it would have. But yeah, I definitely pleasantly surprised with the quality of this puzzle. That's for sure. So yeah, I love it. And it's so cute. It's difficult though because the colors are like blending all together. And I'm not doing it the most strategic way right now because the goal is not to do it the fastest. The goal is to enjoy it. So there's that. Yeah, I do like it when puzzles are not super expensive because, you know, some puzzles are expensive. So, yeah, actually, I find most puzzles are expensive, but which is why I'm like, such a cheap puzzle, gotta be something wrong with it. But I figured I'd give it a go, and I did. And I don't remember exactly which store I bought it in, so that's the unfortunate part. And it's like, oh man, I wish I'd remember where I bought it so I could go back and buy others the same quality and as cheap because yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Uh, are you leaving the edges until later? No, I'm trying to do the edges now, but I haven't sorted anything. I just dumped everything out. This is very unorganized today. Um, and the previous puzzle, I had to do the edge last because it would have been a border crisis, and I could not be bothered with that. But with this one, I was thinking starting with the edge, and right now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe not. But also, where do you start? Because I mean, if you look at it, there's no like clear place except the edge, but there's no like clear place because if you try to pick out all the green, it's like half the puzzle. So it's not an easy puzzle if you want to sort things and then kind of like pick one thing at a time. Um, I mean, some puzzles are easy to choose that with, and other puzzles are like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like you just start anywhere and everywhere at the same time, which makes it very disorganized and it takes longer. At least for me, when I'm very disorganized, I spend forever. But it's not a race. I would never do a puzzle competition. I generally don't like because it sounds stressful. I mean, in a way, it would be cool. Like, how fast can I do this? But also competing with others and like have to do it fast. I don't think I would enjoy that. I think I would have just stressed my brains out and not been able to do anything too much at once. I think, but but also I'm not like I would never be doing a puzzle to compete or to stress about it, because for me, puzzles are supposed to be like calm and relaxing and enjoyable. So, yeah. I mean, I did watch some that like were online of the puzzle competitions, like World Championship or whatever it was. But it was interesting, and it was like incredible to see how fast people were moving their hands and how quickly they put together like big puzzles. And I was like, how is that even possible? It clearly was, but it blew my mind. It would not be for me though. Absolutely not for me. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not fast enough anyway. Uh yeah, that looks challenging. I think I'd work on the pink areas first. Ooh. But like which pink areas? And do it whatever way you want. Those competitions look so stressful, and it's not for me either. No, because like how yeah, I would probably, my body and brain would shut down from the stress probably. But also when you say the pink areas, which pink areas? We have pink here. There's a darker pink. We have pink here. We have pink here. Pink, 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 pink. There's like so many pinks. And that's the problem. That's why I find it hard to sort. Which is why I decided to basically just dump everything out and see what fits together. Because eventually it will all fit together. It is pink on my screen. The large flower. Which? Okay. This one? Or these ones? Or these? Or these? Like, and also, how can you? I just realized when I keep asking questions and you answer, it's like, what question are you actually answering? Well, you know, my throat is a little sore these days because I don't know if you realized my toes have been cold for a week because of the bathroom floor. I think it has affected me. The large one. This one? I'm gonna sit with this one until you answer now, okay? This one? Yes or no? This is fun. I mean, you do say the large one. Yes, okay. So this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, but then trying to find the exact song, because, like, I will say, this one and these ones have a lot of similarities. They might not, okay, looks more orangey. Yeah, a little orangey, but um, what comes across through the camera on my computer, which is not the best camera, and what, like, in real life, not on camera, it doesn't quite convey the colors the best. So, it's a little hard. It's a little difficult. And I'm sort of started with the edge. Apparently I'm not doing it very good with the actual puzzle right now. I'm just mostly talking and wondering if I'm starting to have a cold. That's how my throat feels. Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah, because and also it's the camera I'm using is the camera that like is included, ingrained in my computer. It's not the best camera. The red you see on my sweater, the red sweater I'm wearing, yeah, what I see on camera and what I can see in real life, not like, I mean, it has similarities, which is good, but it's not the same color. It doesn't convey the colors. Um, I have a feeling my phone would have done a better job, but for some reason I can't. My phone don't want to do lives, or the app, the YouTube Studio app on my phone don't want to do lives. It only works on my computer for some reason. So I have no idea. Okay, the name of the puzzle: Tropical Conservatory. There we go. There we have it. And it looks like Debbie Cook is the artist. And it had wait. It's from 2019. So I bought it last year. And if you want the sizing, it is, hold on. There we go. Now you can see the sizing too. I can't hold it still when I laugh, sorry, but you got an idea there. You got an idea. But yeah, I wasn't sure which puzzle I was gonna do, but I decided on this, and I'm happy with my decision because this is the one that kind of spoke to me. My puzzles are in a different room, and it's one of the cold rooms because not all my house is warm. So you gotta keep the important places warm, and then the other parts of the house gets to be a little chillier, not heated. But yeah, ooh, cool. Man, my throat is really sore. Uh, but it's such a beautiful weather today. I probably should be outside, also because it's not that cold today. It had, like, the last couple of days, it has been so cold, like insanely cold. Okay, maybe not insanely cold, but in my opinion, we did not need that much cold. But and it was cold this night too, but it got a little warmer in the morning, and now it's like it snowed a bit last night, and now it's melting, and the sun is nice and warm and shining from a bright blue sky, and it's just like, oh my god, it looks like spring. I really want spring to happen. I'm so I'm in desperate need of spring coming so I can be outside and dig in the soil and grow some food and vegetables and flowers and all the things. And yeah, I I cannot wait for spring to come. I want to be out digging in the soil. I'm just very excited. But if I go outside now, it'll be cold. So I rather right now, even though it's incredible weather outside, I would rather be inside and look out at the amazing weather instead of going outside and realizing how cold it kind of is, unless I'm like standing in the sun and like, sun. Yes, I think we're done with winter. Yeah, I'm so done with winter. And I mean, if it had been like this all the time, but it started so dark and so cold and no snow in the beginning. So, you know, I am, yeah, I mean, on the bright side, with the snow and the sun, it's very bright to the point where it kind of hurts the eyes a bit, unless you like go and squint or use sunglasses. I have sunglasses, but I don't know where they are. I should probably find them. My eyes might thank me, but currently, I don't know where my sunglasses are. So that happens. Yeah. Uh, it just, Yeah, I'm just, oh man, the sun, and it's heating and it's melting the snow, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I want spring to actually come here, not just tease us. But usually, when the weather starts like this, and you start thinking spring is coming, yeah, don't let it fool you. Because, I mean, let's be honest, pretty much every single spring, when people are saying, oh, finally spring is here, it's amazing, we're gonna like start doing things outside, smack, winter's back. And I was like, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to spring and I'm very excited about it. I cannot wait. But also, I'm like, yeah, I don't believe this. The sun is great. It's amazing weather. But yeah, we just passed the mid of February. Yeah, I don't fully believe in the spring yet. I would love to, but let's be honest, it's not the real spring yet because winter have a tendency to come back, smack you around a little, like, haha, gotcha. Um, it always does that before, like, what I call the actual spring comes along. So yeah, but I am looking forward to spring. I'm hoping it comes soon, but I am I'm trying to like not get my hopes up because I hate getting disappointed. But like, oh, spring is finally here, and then the snow and winter and cold comes back and slaps you around a little. And I get so disappointed. It's like I know it happens. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I can't help it. So I get my hopes up, and then winter comes and slaps you in the face. And I don't really like that. But apparently, I don't quite know how to control that excitement. Um, but on the other hand, I'm doing better this year than what I did last year when it comes to like starting seedlings. Last year, I started way too many seedlings, way too early. Several of them died because they couldn't get out because it was, still frosty. So this year, I haven't really started many seedlings. I have started a few. Uh, so far, not a single seed has germinated. So I'm like, I started some of them more than a week ago. Can we just like pop out of the ground and say hello at least? But it takes a while, especially when the cold has been, and even though it's like inside, but it's still the cold seeps in everywhere. So you know there's that. uh, but yeah, I'm very glad I made the phone call to the electrician. So that's been taken care of. So that at least will not be a problem. But I mean, the unfortunate thing when things like that happen, it was not free. It was not cheap. It was costing me a pretty penny. I mean, they like even if he just spent he I think the electrician was here for a total of like 15 minutes. Yeah, you still got to pay for a full hour. It's like, are you kidding me? Couldn't I just pay for the time he was here and actually work? But no. I had to pay for the full hour. I was thinking later, it's like, dang, I should have had more work for him so he could actually at least fill the hour that I'm paying for anyway. But I didn't think about that. I was more like desperate to have my bathroom floor fixed so I didn't have to have freezing toes anymore. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, I mean, electricians, trade people of sorts. That's what they're called, right? Trades? Trade people? I don't know. I would not be trading with those people though, because I wouldn't know what to trade. So yeah, that I have now showed off today's puzzle, and I have talked about ooh, um, the new challenge with the house. Luckily, that was a fairly easy one to fix when I just got the ball rolling and actually making a phone call. So that was cool. There are other things that will take more money, more work, more phone calls. I would really like to avoid the phone calls. Turns out you can't avoid all phone calls at all times, which is a little sad. I would like to do that. Tradespeople are always pricey. Yes. Oh my god. Hey, maybe that's what I should do. Become a trade person. Like figure out, like, decide on a trade that I could do, and then I can earn a lot of money. Oh, yeah. I would have liked the money part, but I might not like the work part because those people are expensive. And let's be honest, they're also very needed. So I'm very glad some people have those jobs. You've made some progress on your puzzle while you've been chatting. Yeah, some, not a ton. I will admit, um, I do puzzle quicker when I'm not chatting. I do pretty much anything and everything faster if I'm not talking, but sometimes you just gotta talk a little, right? Or maybe that's just me. I don't think it's just me. I don't think I'm such a special cookie that I'm the only one that does this. So, like, yeah. And I am enjoying it, even though some of it is like, I don't know how this goes together. But I'm figuring it out. I'm doing my puzzle. And I understand that there are probably okay, maybe not a ton, but there are guaranteed to be some more um, edge pieces in this. Oh, here we go. In this pile. And since I now have something to drink and the puzzle box and you guys sitting on the same table, because last time, or the last two times, the first two times I did this, I had you sitting like on a table next to the table because I wanted to show off the puzzle. I can show off the puzzle a little, but it was easier to show off more of the puzzle when you were sitting a little bit further away. But that puzzle or that table have now got some not seedlings on it. And the reason I'm saying not seedlings is they haven't germinated yet. So they're not technically seedlings, they're just like paper pots with soil and tomato seeds. I have sown my first tomato seeds of the year. Do I have a greenhouse to make the growing easier when that time comes? Nope. Would I like to? Yes. Would I get it? No. Definitely not this year. Probably not next year either, because there's a lot of things that I need to get and I need to fix and all the things. And, you know, it takes time, it takes money and all those things. So, little by little, we will get there. I will get there. I really hope I'll get there. So, but yeah, I'm trying to be patient because there's nothing else I can do, and try to figure out like what is the most important thing, and then I tell myself there are 20 different things that are the most important, and then I freak out a little, don't do anything for a bit, and then all of a sudden I pick one thing and then I go from there. Or at least I try. But yeah, it's all a work in progress. It takes time, and I just have to accept that it takes time. Because or unless, I mean, if I had a shit ton of money and I could pay people to do all the things, it would have been a lot faster, obviously. But at the same time, what would I have learned? And the answer is, yeah, well, I'd learned to make phone calls, I guess. But I wouldn't really have learned anything else. And that is actually one of the main things I want to do here is learn. So I'm doing that. It takes a long time to learn things, and it's difficult. And half the time I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But I am moving forward. I am doing things. I learned that when the bathroom floor gets cold, you should probably just call an electrician right away to have it fixed. So you don't have to have cold feet for a week, because that is not pleasant. I know that now. So, that's live and learn. Live and learn. At least I'm living. The learning part, yeah, sometimes I feel like sometimes the learning part is a bit more questionable. But at some point, I mean, it takes time. You just gotta be okay with that it takes time, because it does. And it's not I don't really believe in quick fixes, because I think, or I know that a lot of things takes time, and you just gotta admit that and accept it and take it for what it is. Things that takes time. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I ran out of soft. I don't know what that word is in English. Soft. I don't know. It's what I've been drinking. And now it's done. It's empty. And I kind of need some more. Because let's be honest, when you have a sore throat and then you talk for, oh my lord, about an hour, it's not probably the best thing for the throat. Soda, no fizzy or anything like that. Um, Not soda, because when you say soda, I'm thinking Coca Cola and Sprite and uh, Fanta and like the fizzy drinks, basically. That's not it. This is okay. This is store bought. Um, Maybe lemonade, but I don't really know what lemonade is. But I feel like that would be more equal to it. You usually soft is when you have like uh for instance black currants, and then you boil it, and then you get all the juice out of it, and then you use that and you mix that with water. That's how you make soft. I'm not sure what the English equivalent of that is. So yeah, that was me trying to explain it at least. Sometimes it bugs me that I diluted juice. I don't know. But like, what really is juice is then my next question, because when you say juice, I'm thinking Like when you squish an orange, for instance, you get orange juice. That's not it. It's not like squished. It's heated, mostly berries, so the juice comes out, and then okay, maybe juice then. Okay, maybe, but diluted juice? I don't know. But the juices from the berries, and then you mix them with water and with cold water, so it's a cold drink, not a warm one. So yeah, I maybe diluted juice. I don't know. Let's call it diluted juice. It sounds weird though. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head. That could totally be. That could totally be. But yeah, yeah, I'm out. So and I need more. And and I really should be like I'm not gonna be outside, but I need to like go outside for at least a little bit because sun is important, vitamin D's and all that. I think it is. Isn't it vitamin D? I think it's vitamin D. I think that's how you. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's vitamin D. I'm just gonna see. Is this. Where is it? Oh, that's that one. Okay. Because I have some corners here. Let's see. Where's the other corner? Here's a corner. So here's a corner. Here's a corner. I have only found two corners. No, here's a corner. That goes there. I'm kind of missing a corner. Not missing, but yeah, I haven't found the last corner yet. Ooh. Ooh. I keep finding things that goes together. I like that. But yeah, I need to get something more to drink because my throat is not happy with me. So I am going with thank you so much for watching. It has been pleasant for me, at least. I hope it's been pleasant for you. I hope you have enjoyed this. I know I have. It's fun. I enjoy it. So I might continue doing this. So yeah, I'm not very good at like this saying goodbye thing. So I'm gonna go with I need something to drink. I will see you later. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. And